2019 Mountain Dew GSL Season 3 Code S Reversal.
We're back, and it's time to have the rematch. Today started out with Classic versus Creator, and Creator opened up a can of whoop-ass, destroying Classic and completely changing the dynamic of this group. Then Keen went on to beat Innovation. That was when it got really crazy. Now Creator has lost to Keen. He's back Classic after smashing Innovation in a really short series. We're going to see if Classic can then redeem himself here in the rematch, or if, in fact, Creator has completely brought in a totally new Creator than what we're used to seeing in the past 8 years.
Yeah. If this was MLG, Creator would be already... He would have already won, right, because of extended series. But it's not, right? It's GSL.
Yeah. In this tournament, we know who's going to win as it goes on. So let's see what happens. Classic, he looked really strong in that last series. Can he bring it again? And what does Creator have in the rematch? Let's go.
Fight. Makers Classic. Jin Air Green Wings Creator.
Okay. Generic Green Wings Creator. So... Here we are, Tasteless. Who do you actually think wins this?
You know what? I've been hyping Creator so much, but I'm going to go back and say that I think it's going to be Classic.
Well, you thought Innovation was going to beat Classic, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. How'd that work out? You also thought that Classic would beat Creator the first match.
I did.
And that Innovation would beat Keen.
Yeah.
Have you gotten anything right? So
Well,
who did you call in Keen versus Creator? You called Creator, I bet. I think you did.
No,
actually.
I did. I called Keen on that one.
Bull.
I did. I
Bull.
did.
You did it.
Now, well, you got to think of in this one.
I'm changing reality. You called Creator. That's 4 wrong guesses.
What you don't know about me is that I'm a time-traveling caster, and I was in the wrong timeline here, so I was trying to cast to the future.
You probably messed up and made it the wrong timeline.
I could have, yeah. You might be right.
The other timeline that you came
Because I stepped
from,
on a butterfly
Maru
somewhere.
won five GSLs in a row.
You imagine the butterfly effect here? It's like I stepped on a butterfly in the past, and then Creator wins. It's like, no, I don't even think that could ever work out the way that you think it would. But no, I think Classic can come back. We'll see. I think Creator just played also a fairly exhausting series there as well. Or Classic just bashed his way through.
What about the fact that he has a probe not mining gas?
Oh, my God. There's a probe that has...
You want to change your prediction here?
What? Because one of his probes has narcolepsy? Huh? What is Classic doing? Is that Stargate hidden out there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Just in his natural.
Yeah, that's actually pretty bad that he has one.
You see that?
Probe. I like the shine.
He's going to be like, why can't I afford anything in my build order that I've done a million times?
Yeah.
Okay, he finally figured it out after so long.
Now, it's going to be 2 Adepts coming out here for Classic. Stalker here for Creator, because we both have a Stargate text. Stargate's going to finish a little bit more quickly here for Classic.
Let's see what Classic can get done with his Adepts. Doubt that he will be able to get any damages of now. Classic is going for Phoenixes. So, definitely different from before. He went Oracle previously, remember? I like that finishing, by the way. I think people don't let their pylon finish enough.
Well,
it's just
it
so
can be
annoying.
uncomfortable. It will mess with, any OCD feelings you have about your build order, but in reality, it actually buys you a lot of time.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. He sees the timing of that, but I don't believe that he saw the... Yeah, he didn't see the Stargate. So he's making Oracles. Maybe this is just a reversal, as the season says, of the first series.
Yeah, we've got the first Oracle is going to be banked here, actually, for Creator.
He's doing the good old 2 Oracle.
Yeah, I like this.
Now, if it just randomly goes in the opposite direction of where the Phoenixes are, right? Because the Phoenixes, I mean, sometimes you'll spread them out, but a lot of times you keep them kind of clumped up. But that could be tons of damage.
Absolutely. Especially if no batteries in the main or anything to protect that.
Or if you line up your shots perfectly, which we sometimes see people mess up. But
which we don't always see, but in an ideal situation here.
It's funny when you don't, because it's like, well, if you're going to do the strat, you should really nail it.
We've had it a couple times where it's actually not synced up, but it defeats the whole purpose.
Ooh.
Okay, so this is actually a total disaster here for Creator. He loses one Oracle. We know exactly where the other Oracle is going to be now. And so the Phoenixes can actually pursue even further here. The Oracle having no shields at all. The Stalkers all the way outside of the main here.
Creator getting a taste of his own medicine.
Oh, I don't know about these Adepts attacking the Nexus, but this is a lot of potential kills over here.
Yeah, shades it up there. Okay, gonna take out the other Oracle. These Phoenixes doing some work. Oh my God, he's not gonna take out the other Oracle. That was ludicrous.
Can't believe this.
That is so funny. That shield battery was such a hero.
That specific interaction that often.
I don't remember ever seeing something live through that like that. That was crazy.
The counterattack here is going to kill about 2 probes. Meanwhile, I mean, Classic still is dominating over in Creator's side of the base. Creator now making Blink to try to cope with the threat of air.
Does have that quicker Nexus though, right? So
he does, but
there's some redeeming things going on at least.
Can hurt.
Yeah. It's just such the opposite of the first game.
Yeah. So that proxy pylon has been cleaned out. This would be a great moment to snipe this sentry here. An easy kill.
Too bad that hero shield battery wasn't up there now.
Yeah, save him as well. And I gotta say, I think Classic's doing a great job with this. He didn't over-make Phoenixes or anything like that. And now we're gonna get the Forge done, telegraphing that Classic wants to bring this into a longer game. He wants to get upgrades and have a stronger army in the latter part.
No one's about to die.
And also, I like the Creator goes for that Nexus right there.
Absolutely.
Because you got a Forge making. There's Phoenixes out. A Nexus is something that's much harder to punish with those tools that you have.
I think it's a great play, right? Get the Forge, get charge immediately when your Blink is done as well. Oh, this is so painful though.
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to get ahead because you are you're forced into this situation when you've gone Oracle against Phoenix. It almost always turns into a gateway-based army against an Immortal-based army, right? And so you really want to protect your economy so that you can overwhelm. Look at how many Stalkers he made. You can tell SOS is on his team. This is like one of those funny moves that you sometimes see where it's like, oh yeah, no, I just made 30 Stalkers and tried to kill him, you know? Look at how many Stalkers he has.
Yeah, he has not slowed down with that. It's kind of crazy. Now, Classic's going for a much more traditional approach now, just getting Immortals out, getting the rest of his tech. Now, the Phoenixes can come back in and do some damage, but how much is actually there to defend on Classic's side of the map? I mean, Artos has already highlighted how many Stalkers are there. This is a kind of a surprising number here.
Yeah.
But, you know, with one Immortal, maybe he'll be okay. He's going to try to target that Immortal. It backs away. He does get the Sentry. Now, there's no War Prism that was made, correct? I didn't see one on the production tab. So, the problem there is that if the Immortal's in a good enough spot where it can just retreat a little bit, the extra Immortal shots that come off are going to really hurt.
I'm actually surprised the way that he handled that. I felt like that was a blink forward, not blink away moment. Trade in, get the Immortal. That's actually an old way that Blink Stalker would fight against Immortal builds, is you just very aggressively trade for Immortals. And sure, maybe they kill more Stalkers than the value of that Immortal, but Immortals increment out, and Stalkers get made much more quickly. So it's, and when you have Blink and they don't, that actually makes a big difference. So
especially after you kill that first Immortal, because then you can usually just try to retreat with the rest of the weaker Stalkers and get a good fight. Right? Immortals, even though they counter Stalkers, they're only as good as the other units that they are with, whether that's units that block the path of the opposing forces that are trying to kill the Immortal, or for instance your own Warp Prism to pick that up. A lone Immortal, especially against Stalker Blink, I mean, that's revenge of the Stalkers.
Yeah. I feel like he did miss an opportunity there. I think that would have been a very brave and cool move from him, but now he's sitting here on a lot of Stalkers, right? His economy is not really better than Classic's. He's like making a couple shield batteries. I mean, when Classic attacks you, I don't know if a couple shield batteries are going to change the fact that he has 3-4 more Immortals than you do.
And sometimes that's the biggest thing you want to watch for in PvP.
Yeah.
It
generally is.
It's just like, how many Immortals are there? Where are they?
Yeah.
And if they're there and they're fighting, are there ones that are wiggling around in the back that are not doing damage?
I'm kind of surprised he picked up 2 Immortals for harassment.
Well, he probably feels pretty safe. And the problem is that if he loses those 2, then it's...
Yeah, if he loses those,
like,
something
well,
Creator,
yeah,
he has real potential to take it, right? I mean... Oh yeah, those feedbacks are doing lots of damage.
Woo!
Half damage feedback on Phoenixes that don't even have enough energy for a lift.
That's what I call StarCraft.
Yeah. Like, what is this, Warcraft 3? Come on now. Now, where is this Immortal drop? Because I think he's got to be so careful with this. You catch him right now with Blink Stalkers?
Well, I think he might be able to get away. And in fact, but Artosis, what if he Blink Stalkers over here into the main?
Well,
or just loses them? And, okay, that was the worst.
He tried to get a hallucination. He tried to fly a hallucination over that army so he could blink into the main base.
Luck.
What?
Never mind. Old joke. You remember Hydra Huck? He tried to say the hallucination. He called them Hulux or whatever. People try to abbreviate stuff so fast.
As I said it,
I kind of like stopped myself. I'm like, this one's not that good.
No.
Sorry.
You said like a la Huck. I'm like, do you speak a language I don't speak?
Only one word of it. Okay, so we have a lot of Immortals here. The Archons, the Warp Prisms, they're all in a good spot, but this is an awkward angle, and there are shield batteries here. Supply is superior, but positioning can actually balance that out.
It's hard to imagine that this is going to be held easily. Okay, let's see. He's got his Immortals getting some good hits. Obviously, the shield battery's helping out. He has his Immortals sitting in the back, but 4 Immortals attacking.
Yeah, some more Zealots down there at the bottom. We need to have some more Warpins here.
Well, I don't know what that blink forward was, but...
hold on. Is he going to be able to break through here?
Yeah,
I think he will, yeah.
I mean...
Enough Archons, Immortals, and everything else. Classic bashes through. Total opposite result of what we had in, was it Game 2? Between these two in the first series they had, where Creator won and held off that attack from Classic. Classic completely and totally redeeming himself, meaning he's 1 win away. And Creator, who was kind of the big story starting today off, defeating Classic and then looking great against Keen. He's 1 loss away from being out. And once again, getting shelved back to where he always ends up in GSLs, at least currently.
You know what? He got the bad end of build orders, to be fair, but he overmade Stalkers, which generally means aggression. And then he went up the ramp, and there was no shield battery next to Classic's army. There was only 1 Immortal and only 1 Sentry.
Yeah.
I maintain that I feel like he should have jumped on the Immortal and tried to just continually trade in this game, but...
You know, dude, I think you're right. It did look pretty weird.
It's like what are you overmaking Stalkers for? Are you hoping that he's not going Immortals?
Also, you overmade the Stalkers, you need to use them.
Yes,
you can't get cold feet with that.
No, you can't. They're not going to do anything.
Makers Classic. Jin Air Green Wings, Creator.
Still has a shot here. You know, that game went south. Wrong in the build orders. Oracle against Phoenix, they both get caught. It's like,
Yeah, but I think what you were talking about earlier is also, it has to be said in the same breath that he did not do with the Stalkers what I think he could have done.
There's no other reason.
The 1 Immortal. Because he had driven the game in a situation where you need to do something decisive about that. The idea is that you blindside them with the number of Stalkers, and they're maybe not set up correctly. The Immortal count hasn't gotten out to be big enough where you can snowball this by starting to warp in more and more and more after you've killed that first Immortal, but he did back off, so...
You know, what I said that was half joke, but pointing out a reality in the first game was like, yeah, I mean, he has Stalkers, but he has